Hi everybody, this is Christina from Redefine Creative and I'm here with a new process video for you today. I'm going to be using a picture of one of my son's collections. This is for the Layout of the Day challenge, and it is a collection of little Lego minifigures from the new Disney line. And I'm going to be combining two different collections of paper for my background. One of them is by the Jen Hatfield collection by Pebbles, and that's where the black papers come from. And then all of the other papers are part of the Pink Paisley memorandum. And so what I'm doing is I wanted this to kind of look like an office layout, where the background sort of looks like wonky file folders almost, that contains all the information about his collection. So right there, you're just going to see I'm creating this background with all my different layers and colors of paper. And I kind of chose those based on things that were in the photo itself so that they wouldn't be competing. So it's a neutral background with some little pops of color. And then that black and white polka dot there on the bottom is going to be the base for where my picture lives. And I'm going to save you all of the detail here of gluing everything down, but basically that's what the background is going to be. And I'm going to go through and just adhere all those layers together. And there you see me finishing up, just adjusting. And then I take my fingernails and ruffle the edges of each layer to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just making everything stand up and look a little bit more 3D, like there's actually pockets in each of those areas. And I apologize for this being off the screen a little bit. I will end up fixing it here in a little bit. And then I know I want to use those labels. And I'm also going to use that heart, but not as a traditional heart on this page. So right now I'm going to work on creating some layers behind my photo. And this is a really dark photo, which kind of prompted me to use these lighter, more airy colors. And so right now I'm just taking those same patterns that I have in the top of the page and repeating them as very, very small mats behind my picture. Because they are a little bit busier with the picture, I cut them to be very small so that you would get a pop of color, but the pattern itself wouldn't overwhelm the picture and take away from what I was trying to showcase here. So I just go ahead and I keep adding, and then I end up with the black. And then you saw me cut that heart in half, and I'm actually just going to use it as some tabs around my photo. And I try them out in a few different places around the layout, and they end up, one of them is going to live down at the bottom at the top of that photo, just like you saw. But I'm going to go ahead and mount them on some black cardstock just to make them stand out a little bit more, because it is a background that has a dot pattern to it. I need to create a separation between the red dots on that heart that I cut up and the black dots in the background. And just that thin black border will do that. And then I'm going to cut out a whole bunch of these labels, and you're going to see the video skip ahead so that you don't have to see me cut those out. And you'll see I've just tucked them into the different layers, and you'll see that better as I move the page over here in a few minutes. And then I'm going to also cut out some of those tags to layer down there by my photo, and that's where my journaling is going to go. And that's just from a sheet of paper in that memorandum collection. So it came with that one sheet that had all of those labels, and I'm just cutting them up and using them as individual labels instead. And like I said, that's going to give me a home for my journaling. And there you see I've added my title up at the top on one of those strips, and I'm just working on looking through my embellishments right now. Pretty much all the embellishments for this page came from the Chamel Starshine collection. The title itself up there is a combination of two different types of thickers. So the black one are the hardcover thickers, and then the little colored ones that say mini are the marquee thickers from the Starshine collection again. And then that Make Magic Happen die cut that's going to live in that corner over there, and that's also from Chamel, as are those little clips that you saw me add earlier. I really liked that flare. You can see it on my finger there. I keep trying to use it with the light bulb on it, and it does eventually find a home. But I just kind of have to keep playing with it. So I go ahead and adhere those little labels in each of the layers on top. And that's just a little tiny die cut that says important stuff. So that's going to become part of that little cluster up in that level. And I use that little turquoise as just a pop of color on that bottom label, and you'll see it also in the journaling box and in some of the embellishments, only because there were some pops of turquoise and green in my photo. So this photo itself is just that collection, like I was saying, of my son's Lego minifigures. And when we came back from Disney World and Lego came out with this whole mystery minifigure set that contains all of the Disney characters, my kids absolutely flipped. And of course, they want the entire collection. They're keeping track on the little record sheet and constantly want new ones to find them all. The bad part about those, obviously, is you don't know which characters you're going to get. So far, so good. We haven't got a whole lot of duplicates. But back to the layout. You will see me adding a whole bunch of those little star chipboard pieces throughout different areas. And then I come in with the Starshine roller stamp. The one on the bottom says Things I Love, and then the one at the top says Fun Stuff. And I stamp the fun stuff off to the side, and you'll see that ends up being the perfect spot for that little flare badge I was trying to use to come back into the layout. And that one just says XOXO. And then I'm also going to come in and add the Things I Love to the top tag there. And that will basically finish this layout. I do come back after and add some splatters of just black Heidi shine throughout the layout. I hope you enjoyed watching my process. Like and subscribe below. See you soon. Bye.